Hello everyone, am I audible? Hey guys, can you hear me? This is Neelesh. I am your coordinator for email marketing. Welcome to email marketing session 1. Before we begin, before we start anything, let us get to know each other. Yes? So, I'll introduce myself, and meanwhile, I would also like you guys to introduce yourself. What I would like to know from each one of you is where you are located, what is your current profession, what's your current job, how much digital marketing do you guys know about, and how is email marketing going to help you with your careers or with your business? Are the four questions clear to you guys? Where are you located? What are you doing currently in your careers? How much digital marketing do you guys know? And how is email marketing going to help you with your job or your business? Meanwhile, I'll tell you about myself. I am Neelesh Rangwani. I graduated from IIT Madras as a mechanical engineer. After my graduation, right after it, I joined KPMG as a management consultant. Uh, Quickly after that, I moved on to Rocket Internet. I know there is no video because I haven't started anything. So I moved on to Rocket Internet. Rocket Internet fabfurnish.com, which was a home store. If any of you might know or might have purchased, it was a home store, furniture, furnishings, decor, bed bath, etc. So I joined there as a CRM manager. CRM manager is direct marketing manager. Direct marketing or CRM primarily includes email marketing as a medium. Apart from emails, I was also taking care of SMSs, push notifications, all the direct touch points with the customers. Soon enough, after that, I took over the entire marketing of fabfurnish.com, including um, Facebook ads. I was also guiding the teams of Google AdWords, SEO, etc., but not completely into other channels. My expertise also lies in Facebook advertising, apart from email marketing, and of course, marketing planning. Post that, I moved to Germany. I worked with one of the ventures called Shopwings. Shopwings was a hyperlocal delivery venture, just like Grofers in India. And after Shopwings, I came back to India to start my own venture. That is Wishup. Wishup is a virtual assistant service. We provide virtual employees in the sense people who can work remotely. So I am leading that venture. So that's about it. That's my short story. What about you guys? So I see Ajay has posted. Ajay is from Nainital, postgraduate, and email marketing will help Ajay enhance Marketing skills. Okay. And how much of digital do you already know, Ajay? Jivita is from Bangalore, completed MBA in core marketing, right now working for Playdemic as senior associate. Okay. How is digital marketing or how is email marketing going to help you, Jivita? What about others? Do you guys want to introduce yourself? I just want to know four things. Where are you based out of? What are you doing currently? How much digital do you know? And how is email marketing going to help you? So, Prashant Kumar from Ranchi, advertising and marketing student, has learned SMM, SEO, analytics, inbound marketing. Understood, Prashant. Oh, that's very good, Jivita. Harleen, located in Mumbai, working as marketing lead at Pfizer Consumer Healthcare. Wow, that's good. No digital marketing activities rolled out. I don't know much about digital. Okay. Welcome, Harleen. Manoj Kuntia, Kolkata, working sales personnel, private limited, enhanced skill in marketing. Are you guys able to hear me? Okay. So Manoj is from Kolkata, working sales and enhanced skill in digital marketing. Understood. Ajay has completed SEO, SMM, SEM. Understood. Others, can you introduce yourself? Prashant, Harish, Hariom, Dimple, Deepika, Craig, Anshuman. Harish is working as digital marketing executive in Mangalore from last 6 months. Email marketing will add value to your DM skills apart from SEO, social media. Understood? Makes sense. Have you tried your hands on any email marketing tool? Not yet. Understood. Anshuman, MBA from KJ Somaiya, 8 years. Experience in export marketing in textile firm. Left job recently to aspire digital marketing. Completed course through DV. Understood? Very good. Deepika from Chennai, 2 years work experience. Wow, that's good. Joining MBA, email marketing will add value to your DM skills. Completed SEO, SEM, SMM, and analytics. Understood. So a lot of you are from same batch. I see that. Anirudh, Chavi, banker working in digital sales. for credit cards and personal loans. This course will help in skills enhancement and also accelerate my career further. I've completed FB marketing, SEM, inbound marketing, and GA. So you are all in the same batch, I believe. You guys know each other probably. Anirudh from Jharkhand, SEO, SMM Analytics, completed from Digital Vidya, currently doing internship in digital marketing. Very good. Understood. Understood. So, guys, all right. For others who do not want to introduce themselves, it's okay. Um, shall we start? Now, before we start, there is also one more ground rule. So, your course is split into 3 weeks: week 1, week 2, week 3. Now, I would really appreciate if you guys don't jump the gun and ask me ad hoc questions on topics that are not covered. Okay? Always focus your questions and discussions on the topics that I have already covered or are running in the present. So I'll give you a gist. Week 1, this week, the first half is going to be very basic, extremely basic. It'll be like a child's play. The second half would be a level up. We would be talking about some technical stuff, okay, which is authentication. Authentication, you can also call it as SPF, DKIM. These terms might not make sense right now, but they will start making sense by the end of this session. In week 2, which is next week, am I clearly audible to everyone? In week 2, we would be talking about reputation. We would be talking about content, how content affects your emails, how volumes affect your email, how spam complaints and engagement, everything around the reputation of email, reputation of the IP address. That would be our week number 2. If you guys want to note down, you can note it down, but it's not needed. Then week number 3, we would be working on actual email service provider. Email service provider is what? What is it? Email service provider is a tool that sends out bulk emails for us. We will talk about that in detail. And we will operate on one such tool which is called MailChimp. I'm sure many of you have already heard of MailChimp. Okay? We'll take a deep dive into its features and try to see what all capabilities does an ESP have. Is it paid? What did I just say? Did I ask you not to ask ad hoc questions? Whatever topics we will cover, you ask me then. Okay? So this is what I am asking you guys. Whatever topics I am going to cover in the future, let's not get into those topics. Whatever topics we have already covered, you can freely ask questions on those topics. Is it a fair question? Fair ask? Alright. Please switch off your mics, or I can switch them off, but please switch them off yourself. Alright, shall we begin? There's one more person who introduced himself. I want to see. Tabish. Hi Tabish. Currently into business development, planning to start business, hence digital marketing. Understood, Tabish. Where are you from? Mumbai. Awesome. No, Dimple, I cannot make you the presenter. Why do you want to be the presenter? Anyways, let's begin. Email marketing. What do you mean? What does email marketing mean? What do you understand by email marketing? What is your definition? Also, yeah, my sessions are going to be interactive. I'm going to ask you questions as if you already know something. So if you know it, please answer those questions or tell me that you don't know. So, what is email marketing according to you? Promoting our stuff through emails. Fair. What else? Email as a channel to communicate with customers. Okay. Reaching the TG through relevant emails. Okay. Go on. Start campaign through emails. Okay. All right. Marketing the product services through channels such as email. Why do you mean? What do you mean such as email? Is there any other channel which is classified as email marketing? Sending emails for interaction more without disturbing the receiver. Okay, part of outbound. A channel for personalized targeting of audience. That's a feature, I would say, Deepika. That's a feature. That's not how you define email marketing. Am I right? Using email as a tool to reach, engage, sell products, services to TG. Info oriented to TG via email. Okay, understood. Understood. According to your definition, all of you, according to your definition, yeah? If I am selling shoes, jute, I go to Gmail, I compose an email on Gmail. Do you guys know what is Gmail? Google Mail? I'm sure you guys know. I compose an email, I write about my shoes, which I want to promote, and I select 5 of my friends' email IDs and send them this email. Would it be classified as email marketing according to your definition? I got a no from Isha. I got a no from Anshuman. I got a yes from Anuruddh and Nanda. Can you guys support your answers? Dimple says no, Nanda says yes. How do you support your answers? Okay. I'm more interested in people who say no. Anshuman, Dimple, and Isha. Why not? Any reason? Email can't be the beginning of interaction. Can you explain that, Anshuman? Because we cover huge amount of people, not specified persons. Mhm. Okay, says who? Isha? One of you already talked about personalizing the emails. Did somebody already say personalize? Deepika said that, I think. When you do personalization, you have to have specified people. If a person does not know about a brand, they tend to ignore the email. Okay, I agree. So yes, if I am trying to describe about my product and turn them in the lead, it falls under email marketing. Exactly. So guys, the answer is yes. I am using email as a channel. I have a target audience, no matter how small that is. No matter how small that is. It could also be one person. Any sales and BD guys here? I know there are a couple of sales and BD guys here. Why are sales and BD guys in this course? Because even that one email, one business to business email is also categorized as email marketing. Do you understand? Do you follow me? What I'm trying to explain you? So the rules of email marketing apply everywhere. Even if you just do emails using your Gmail, using your Outlook, using your Yahoo inbox. If you are promoting something, it's an email marketing. But why email marketing? Why are you guys here? Why email marketing? Why is it so important for you guys to learn this? Do you guys know about it or just digital Vidya push you here? Why is email marketing important? What is it going to make you achieve? It has more conversion rate. Uh, okay, understood. But getting an email from authentic source can be understood, but why would anyone be interested in even opening a mail received from a strange ID? Well, Anshuman, I would have to tell you that that is not the point of discussion. Do you get my point? It is not the point of discussion whether somebody will open the email or not. My question is very simple. Was what I described email marketing or not? Nanda Kishore says we can reach one to one one on one to targeted customers. Yes, we can. Maybe to generate leads. Yeah, that's an objective. I understand, Jivita. But why use email marketing to generate leads? Do you not have social media? Do you not have Google AdWords? Do you not have so many other channels to generate leads? It's cheaper, expenses to reach out the target customer and convert them into sales lead. Okay. Okay. Any other reason why email marketing? Why should you even care about this channel? It's an old channel. Old. Very old. Personalized touch point. Okay. So the first one is it's easy. You are wondering why email don't come under social media. God, that's an interesting idea. I never thought about it. Mm, probably after the first half, Nanda, you can probably figure out for yourself why it doesn't come under social media. Purpose of all the marketing is same. In that way, TV and radio should also come under social media. There is nothing more social than TV and radio and newspapers. Mass reach, yes. Purpose of all the marketing, okay. Manikant Pandey says greater reach specific to those who initiated some activities on websites. Okay. Email marketing may touch sense of authentication. Wow, what does that mean? I didn't get that. So why email marketing, guys? It is easy and anyone can do it. Technically speaking, I gave you an example of email marketing. Did I or did I not? Go to Gmail, describe your product, put some email addresses and click the send button. Correct? It's easy. Very easy. Anyone can do it. But still, why are some email marketers extremely successful while most of them do not understand how to do it? You have to practice the art of knowing and balancing with email marketing. Do you see that girl walking on the rope trying to balance? Yeah, that's the state of email marketing in today's world. Do you know what is the biggest challenge with emails? Anyone? Any idea? No, biggest challenge. Yeah, the emails don't get delivered to inbox. Emails don't get delivered to inbox. They go directly to the spam folder. That's the biggest challenge. Anyone heard of Murphy? Anyone heard of Murphy? Do you guys know Murphy's Law? Not Eddie Murphy. No, nobody knows Murphy's Law. Come on. One of you have got to have known it. Any philosopher here? Yeah, what is Murphy's Law? You know what is Murphy's Law? Murphy says, no, the most famous one, Anshuman. The most famous Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will certainly go wrong. If anything has to go wrong, it will. Yes, that one, Anshuman. Do you guys understand what that means? If anything has to go wrong, it will. For example, if you drop a coin on the floor, it will go to the darkest corner of the room where you will not be able to find it. Can you guys relate to it? Or if you drop a pen, or if you thought something might go wrong and it went wrong at the exact same moment. That is Murphy's Law, and that applies beautifully to email marketing. I mean to say fate, people think of it as fate. People think of it as fate, but the thing is, whenever something goes wrong, it is observable. And when it becomes observable, because till the time things are okay, you don't see them. But when it goes wrong, you really see them. And that's that's probably what Murphy was trying to tell you. But in email marketing, Murphy's Law works beautifully. How? There are, let's say, if there are 15 steps to do email marketing correctly, even if you fail at one of the steps, it will fail. Your email marketing efforts will fail. And hence, you have to practice the art of knowing and balancing. I can give you a very small example, which I will detail in week 2. That small example is this. Have you guys ever received email subject lines saying 100% off or free? Ever? Now, technically, those subject lines are very catchy. If you guys must have observed, those subject lines are very catchy. But most of them are also spam. Most of them are also spam. They automatically get triggered to the spam folder. Okay. Now that's the practice. You have to practice the art of knowing and balancing. Even when you know that this is a spam word, are you willing to use it? Because on one side, it is a spam word. On the other side, this word might give you extraordinary engagement, extraordinary open rate. And hence, It is easy and anyone can do it, email marketing. But Murphy's Law. Okay? Why email marketing? Larger reach with minimal cost. Large reach with minimal cost. Now you guys must be wondering why why only email marketing has a large reach with minimal cost. Can you guys think of other channels which has large reach with minimal cost? SMS, no. FB? FB minimal cost? Really? Have you worked on FB, Anuruddh? Social media, SEO, affiliate marketing, print media. Go on, go on. WhatsApp marketing. Dimple, please share with me WhatsApp marketing. Word of mouth. Hands down, you are correct, Tabish. Word of mouth. Okay. Larger reach with minimal cost. None of your other channels qualifies for it. Trust me. SEO and SEM do not reach people. They don't reach people. People come to your website through SEO and SEM. SEO and SEM do not reach people. Do you understand what does reach mean? Do you guys understand what is reach? Who all have covered SMM? With minimal cost. Okay, let's define all the reach channels. Your Google Display Network. Is it minimal cost? Tell me who says it's minimal cost. Is FB ads minimal cost? Tell me. Hmm? Social media. Social media is zero cost. Zero. Can you be certain that your post will go to 1 million people? Who can tell me for certain that they can send every post to 1 million people? I can tell you that for email marketing though. If you give me a list of 1 million people, and I can certainly tell you that my emails will go to 1 million people. Certain large reach with minimal cost. I should change the text here, I believe. Certain, for sure. Plenty or few, you decide. Very good. Good question, Nandakishore. Since we don't know how much email tools cost, I'm not able to compare with other channels. Very good. Okay. Do you understand the concept of CPM? If you got 1 million followers, say on Insta, it will reach them. It won't reach them. I can assure you that, Tabish. Go to whichever social media channel with 1 million following. It won't reach them. At a minimal cost, no. Cost per mille. What is cost per mille? Cost per mille is cost of 1000 impressions. Okay? Cost of 1000 impressions in Facebook. Anyone? Do you guys know? Cost of 1000 impressions. Talk about India. My experience says 200 rupees to anywhere between 700 800 rupees. 200 to 700. CPM, cost of 1000 impressions on Facebook ads. Has anyone done Facebook ads before? Extensively. Instagram is in the same range. I've been doing Facebook ads for 5 years. Almost since they've started in India. Email marketing CPM is in the range of 10 rupees to 30 rupees. cost of sending 1000 emails is roughly 20 rupees or 30 cents, 30 US cents. Do you see the difference? That's a hopping 10x difference. Also, also, by the way, you guys should know technically emails are free of cost if you are using your own server. But you will not be using your own server. You will be using a tool, and this is the tool cost. Do you get it? Reason number 3. Why email marketing? Reason number 3. It's measurable. You will say, boss, everything is measurable. Yes, but email is measurable in depth. Let's say, would you guys agree with me if I told you that email was the next best thing that appeared on internet? The second best thing apart from the World Wide Web. Or it was the second thing actually. Second most useful thing, I believe. Email was invented long, long ago. As soon as any media is invented, as soon as any type of media is invented, you know who jumps on it first? It is the marketeers. Marketeers and advertisers, they are the first ones to jump on any new type of media. So it is very, very safe to assume that email marketing is one of the oldest digital marketing channels. Not one of the, I think it is the oldest digital marketing channel. It was the marketing channel which actually came up with new terms, new metrics. Compared to what? Compared to TV, radio. TV and radio, do you think they were measurable back then? Even today, they are not measurable with 100% certainty. Email marketing from day one has been measurable. If not from day one, at least from day 100, it has been measurable. You can track opens. Do you guys know what is open? If you can track open, you can also track not opens. Very intuitive. You can track clicks. I'm sure you guys know what is a click. Click is common across all the uh, channels, all the DM channels. Unsubscribes. Do you guys know what is an unsubscribe? Yes. Do you know what is a bounce? Do you know what is marked as spam? Let me show you everything one by one. What do we open? This one. Okay. First of all, tell me what is this? Sender. And this is called sender name. Okay. Just the definition, guys. Understand the words and definition. This is sender name or from name. Sender name or from name. Accordingly, what is this then? Sender email or from email. Very simple. Correct. What is this? Subject line. Okay, what is this? Good, very good, Anshuman. Very good, Tabish. This is called preview text, preview text or pre-text, preview text or pre-text. Acha. Now, guys, pay attention on the screen. When I click on this, whenever I click on this, if at all, if there are any images in the email, just observe the behavior of those images. Will you guys pay attention? If there are any images, just observe what happens to them. I'm clicking now. 1, 2, 3. Did you notice the image loaded later? Yes. Takes time to download, Anshuman. Okay. Okay. If all of you observed it, then I'll tell you something which is related to this. Did you also know that when I do this, this is called an open. This is called open. Clear? And if I click on any of these, I'm just thinking which destination I should go to. Caracas is too expensive, man. What is this Vientiane? Okay. This is called a click. Do you know? Do you understand? Click. When I tapped on that button, it took me to a different page. And this is called a visit. When the Skyscanner page opens up, this is counted as a visit. Confusing or clear? Now this is the visit complete. GA guys, Google Analytics fellas, all clear? Google Analytics or all your web analytics starts from here, from this point on. When the website opens up and what is fired, do you guys know how the tracking works? Anyone? How does the tracking work? Did you guys understand opens and clicks? When I tap here, this is called open. When I tap here, it's called click. What are you talking about, Isha? I think I lost you. This, do you know what is this? This is called unsubscribe. If I tap here, my email will be deactivated in Skyscanner's list. Skyscanner's email list. Do you guys understand what is unsubscribe? Red colored icons beside search icon. What these ones? Yeah, these are some of the tools which I have installed. Nothing to do with email marketing. Don't worry. Okay. Do you know what is this? Report spam. When somebody clicks on report spam, they are essentially complaining against the email marketeer. It's like an FIR to police. Just that it's not Indian police but a global police, which I will show you. Do you know what is this? Report phishing. Anyone understand what is phishing? Phishing is throwing the bait in the water and pulling out the fish. Data theft. Yes. Phishing is exactly like phishing, just the spelling change, where some over smart criminals, fraudsters, try to extract personal information of the readers. How do they do it? They throw a URL which looks like a real page, for example, HDFC Bank or SBI. It looks like a real page. Only when you fill up the information, you realize that you gave away the information to somebody else. That is called phishing. Is it clear? Phishing. And then there is block. What does block do? What does block do? Block automatically throws all the emails coming from a specific email address into the spam folder. So it's an automated filter which does automatic filtration. Okay. Now my question to you guys is how is this open tracked? How is the open tracked? Can anybody give me an idea on how this thing works? How, Chavi, can you tell me how? Can you explain a little bit? Do you guys know about a pixel? Not the Google's phone Pixel. Pixel, what is Pixel? Yeah, a piece of code. You can say it's a piece of code, correct. But what is pixel? Pixel is the smallest unit of your screen. Do you know? In your mobile phones, in your laptops, wherever you are watching this. Pixel is also a small code, a piece of code which works something like this in case of email marketing. Do you remember the image downloading? Do you remember the image downloading when I opened the email? Yeah, okay, good. Consider that, so basically image is made up of pixels. Do you guys agree? Image is also made up of pixels. Each pixel downloads individually. This blue pixel, this brown pixel, this white pixel, this black pixel, this green pixels, right? Similarly, somewhere here there is an invisible pixel. Invisible as in white colored, which also downloaded. And this smart piece of code throws back the information to the email marketer about the computer system where this pixel has downloaded. Do you see my point? Which place, which time, which IP address, which email address has this pixel went to? And that is how opens are tracked. Repeat, अभी तो चल ही रही है बात. What do you want me to repeat? Pixels. I'm just like your image pixels download. Similarly, your tracking pixel also downloads. No. It's similar to this. I'm trying to explain you. It's similar. Image you can see, pixel you cannot see. You can consider pixel as an image. Do you understand? Do you guys understand how the opens are tracked? Theoretically, did you understand? I'll also tell you practical. Why need to track the white space? Because you need to track opens. As simple as that. What do you mean why? I want to see how many people opened my email. I want to see how many people, which all people opened my email. That is why. Now in practical, if you want to see, I mean, you cannot see pixel working or pixel firing, but what you can do is go and install something called mail track. Do you guys know mail track? Mail track. Mail track is not a part of your syllabus. It is not a part of email marketing. I am just giving this information to you so that you can see how tracking works. What mail tracks does is it sits on your browser. Do you guys know what are these things? These tiny icons. These are Chrome plugins. Mail track is also a Chrome plugin. This mail track guy, this is also a Chrome plugin. Okay, let me see if I have it. No. Whenever you compose an email, mail track inserts a pixel in your email. Let me show it to you probably. This is Geeta. Let me see Geeta, if Geeta has mail track or not. No, she does not have mail track. Let me see if I can show you some instances of mail track. Yeah, do you see this? Double tick. It says sender notified by mail track. This is mail track. It inserts pixels in your personal emails so that whenever you send emails to somebody else and they open your email, the email is tracked. So now you can always spy on other people. If they tell you that they haven't seen the email, you can tell them that they are liars because MailTrack has tracked it. Do you get it? This is how you can see pixels working. Yeah, it's like WhatsApp ticks. That's correct. This is pixels working. You can see it, but you cannot see like the real operations which pixels do. Okay. Measurability of emails. Emails. So did you guys understand all of these terms? Opens, not opens, clicked, unsubscribes, marked as spam. This one I didn't tell you, bounce. Okay, let me also cover bounce. Bounce means email failed. Why does an email fail? Email fails because of multiple reasons. Primary reason being it's a wrong email ID. The wrong email ID, that one is called a hard bounce. Hard bounce मतलब जोर से bounce मारा है. And there is also another type of bounce which is called a soft bounce. In soft bounce, yes, inbox is full or the server is temporarily down. But what I'm worried about is if you guys already know so many things, what are you doing in email marketing? Chavi, Anshuman. Good, but good. So that is why you might be finding this very basic. Aane do abhi. Second half. So this is your bounces, okay? Recommended bounces should be less than 4 to 5%. If your bounces go beyond that, you will face trouble regarding your email delivery. Your emails might start going to spam folder. Why email marketing? Still, higher returns than most digital channels. This part is still true and it gives you consistently higher ROI. 4,300% to be specific. This is what exact target says. Every dollar spent on email marketing gives you a return of $44. And that's not a joke. If you were to understand in Indian terms, every 2 rupees spent on email marketing will give you 90 rupees back. Do you understand why this channel is so important? Why email marketing? I can confirm this number with my personal experience. While I was working with fabfurnish.com, we used to spend in the range of 2 lakh to 2.5 lakhs per month at a certain point of time. 2 lakh to 2.5 lakhs worth of emails sent every month and a revenue generated of about 1 crore. That's how huge your email marketing returns are. Am I audible to you guys? The primary driver of such huge ROI is, as you guys predicted, remarketing, retargeting. You have a set of old customers, old subscribers who you can always re-engage and generate revenue out of them. That is the primary reason of email marketing being such a high ROI channel, because the cost is limited, as you guys see, but the revenues are from your most important target segment. Preferred medium type. Now this research might be a little bit old, 90% preferred an email newsletter, while only 10% chose Facebook. Sources Nielsen Norman Group. They say 44% of consumers made at least one purchase last year based on a promotional email they received. Would you guys agree with that? Do you guys tend to open emails which are old, which probably you might have marked in the past? We observed a lot of such behavior at FabFurnish. We sent an email in Diwali and people purchased from that particular email in Holi. Seriously, 6 months down the line. People usually open their emails a lot. And these days, if they go to their promotional folder, the promotional tab, you can assume that they already have a credit card in their hand. In earlier days, people had to filter a lot of emails manually. These days, they know where the promotional emails are lying. Got it? Everyone uses emails. Everyone. Even Facebook and LinkedIn, if they have to contact you, they send you an email. And no one can replace the email channel. Nobody can replace email channel. It's not a cola war. What will lead an email to go to promotions tab? Very good question. Very good question. Do you mean to ask Tabish how does Gmail do it? Is that the question? Can you guys go to your Gmails, all of you? Go to settings. Go to Go to inbox. Are you guys there in your settings inbox? And read this. Can you guys read this? Gmail analyzes your new incoming messages to predict what's important, considering things like how you have treated similar messages in the past, how directly the message is addressed to you, and many other factors. Use my past actions to predict which messages are important to me. The second one is don't use my past actions to predict which messages are important. Do you guys see? Do you guys see what I'm trying to show you? Google is reading your emails openly. Which one have you selected, by the way? Which one have you guys selected? First one. So, it's your mistake. Google has a view of everyone's inbox. All of us are under Google's radar. That's the truth. And they know which emails are promotional, which emails are updates. They have a lot of data. They can easily know. And no one can replace email channel, unlike Cola War. Any keyword for a promotional email? Rather than keyword, you could observe it as bulk emails. Any kind of bulk email activity ideally goes to promotions. Any kind of unknown bulk email activity goes to promotions. Because anybody can see that it's a bulk email. It's not one-on-one single emails. What is override filters? It's a cool term, override filters. What does it mean, Isha? Why email marketing? No one can replace the email channel. Unlike the cola war, you guys might think that there is social media, there is new types of marketing coming in, there is WhatsApp, there is Messenger, there is Facebook ads, there is Instagram. But email has its place in the digital marketing arena, which no other marketing channel can capture, possibly, because of the reasons which I've already told you. What are you asking me? Override filters. What? What do you mean by that? What override filters question mark? Can you ask us full question so that I understand that? Subscription emails come under which category? What's a subscription email, Harleen? Does subscription email mean the emails to which you have subscribed to? Like after going on a page, you submitted your email address. Is that what you call a subscription email? They come in promotional. All of these emails are promotional. Sometimes, at times, Google filters might get confused and uh, probably throw your emails in updates or something else, but mostly promotional. Okay. What is your question? Can you ask the question again, Isha? Can you rephrase your question? Objectives. What are the objectives of email marketing? Some of the objectives that you guys can think of. What are the business objectives that you can achieve with emails? Business objectives. Simple business objectives. Increase website visitors. Increase website visitors. Email marketing can bump up your website visitors like, I cannot say like no other marketing channel, but in a very amazing way. If you are a media company like Mumbai Mirror or Ink 42 or Your Story or Times of India or any other media channel, email marketing is your angel. Once somebody comes and subscribes, they want to read your newsletter, your news articles, and you have their email address, done. Then it's an exponential increasing game. You go for an exponential growth because email marketing is so useful. You get my point? You can always retarget them, re-email them. You can re-email them 2 times a day, a morning newsletter and an evening newsletter, if they really like you. Increase website visitors. Increase repeat business. How many of you have seen such emails from Amazon? Anyone? Based on your recent activity, based on your recent purchase, based on XYZ. What are they trying to do? They are trying to do recommendations or cross sell. Do you guys understand cross selling, upselling? If you purchased an iPhone, they will cross sell iPhone cover, iPhone screen guard, and next year they would upsell iPhone 8, iPhone 9 till iPhone 27, I believe. iPhone 105. They'll keep on upselling you. Increasing repeat business. Increasing new opportunities, prospects. Sales guys, BD guys, increasing new prospects. How can you do it using email marketing? Because most of you understand email marketing only as a remarketing channel. Trust me. Probably because somebody has told you. Remarketing or retargeting. Emails are an amazing way to generate new opportunities, generate new leads. Just that you have to take a little bit of risk with your deliverability, with your reputation. You have to acquire database from external sources, and you have to slowly push out emails to your non-subscriber base and hope, wish that they reply back. Sales guys, does it make sense? Sales BD guys, guilty of doing it or not? Arey, data, don't tell me about data. I'll tell you how easily you can get data. Have you done inbound marketing, Tabish? All in all, in inbound marketing, you would see how easily you can get data if you have already done that. I don't recommend purchasing data. Sorry, I don't recommend purchasing data. But okay, I can briefly discuss it after week 3 if we have time. Okay, it's not a part of email marketing, but it's not a part of email marketing. Email marketing is only with how to do it. Acquiring data, I can give you certain tips if we have time at the end of week 3. Okay, but you have to remind me. I can probably spend 10 to 15 minutes in giving you some tricks. Okay, increase new opportunities, increase retention. This retention is different from repeat business. How? Why are they two different categories? Increase repeat business, increase retention, two different objectives. And I have given you with an example, this Ola. There are certain services which need user retention badly. They need to protect their customers from stiff competition. Email marketing is an amazing way of keeping in touch with your customers. You can roll out customized offers, customized plans, customized XYZ for your customers. Can email target new customers with no prior usage of any other marketing medium? Yes. Why not? Why not, Chavi? Email is email. Is it effective? You have to make it effective. How do you make social media effective? Do you ask this question with social media? Is it effective when it is reaching out to new people? Do you know Ola? Do you know this venture called Oyo Rooms? I believe Oyo Rooms has completely scaled up on email marketing efforts. when they were young, when they were very young company 5 6 years ago, when they had no budgets, nothing, no banners, no advertising money, they were throwing emails like crazy people, crazy bunch of people. They got into a lot of trouble also, but they scaled up their brand. Have seen emails to be used mostly for existing customers. In which world, Chavi? Are you in India or are you somewhere else? In banking, yes. Uh, but no. Which bank? I know some guilty banks of throwing emails to non-customers. I know at least 10 such banks in India whose emails are there in my inbox without any prior information, my information being submitted to those banks. And I'm sure others will also agree with me. Yes, loans, credit cards, opening up accounts. What is that? That is not remarketing, Chavi. That is reaching out to new customers. Banks are guilty of doing it. Banks and telecom companies. Axis 811, right? No, that is Kotak 811. दिमाग में रट गया है कोटक 811. What is the guilt by Oyo? I believe Oyo. I saw a lot of emails by Oyo in 2012, 13, 14. Lots and lots of emails. Every day they were sending 2 to 3 emails back then when they did not have a lot of budget. So they resorted to email marketing as the cheapest source of channel. And what they had to do, just the branding, because at that point of time they were not able to generate a lot of direct revenue, because you cannot possibly know where I am going to go, right? Oyo cannot know that Neelesh has to visit Bangalore or has to visit freaking Coimbatore, right? So they were focusing a lot on branding Oyo, big Oyo banners on emails, and it worked for them. The brand actually stood up on this marketing channel. Increasing transparency. Okay, this is where emails take a different angle. So till this point, it was called pure promotional emails. From this point on, we are talking about transactional emails. Does the word make any sense to you? Promotional versus transactional. Promotional is pure play promotions. Transaction is talking about individual orders, individual customers, individual transactions. Increasing transparency. Uh, do you guys know Swiggy, Zomato, these food delivery services? Have you seen the way they tell you your order has been accepted, the kitchen is preparing your order, the chef is wearing his hat, you know, you get the feel? The delivery boy is going to the kitchen, the delivery boy has turned around and is coming to you. They are just trying to keep transparency, keep you informed. Now, your question, of course, because most of you ask same questions, is boss, all this happens on the app. It does not happen on emails. Yeah, this is for existing customers. This is for live orders and existing customers. Frankly, this one is also for existing customers. Nandakishore. This one is for non-existing customers, non-customers. Increasing new opportunities. Increase repeat business is also for existing customers. Increase website visitors is for both. customers and non-customers. Does it make sense? This is for both. This is for existing. This is for non-customers. This is for existing customers. And this is definitely for existing customers. Okay. So most of you ask this question, boss, all this live tracking on Zomato, Swiggy, it happens on the app. Why are you jabardasti pushing email marketing in between? Now, I can give you an example of another company which is called tbox.com. Anyone heard of tbox.com? tbox.com. If you haven't heard of tbox.com, how likely are you to install their app? Are you? You're not going to install their app. Are you going to? No. But there is a chance that you might visit their website. Correct? Come on, there's a chance. Since I told you. Now you can go and visit their website. If you like their product, you might purchase from them. I purchased a tea. That tea I got from Darjeeling. That tea when it was coming from Darjeeling to Delhi, from Delhi to my apartment, I was tracking it. Okay. How was I tracking it? I don't have its app. They were sending me email updates. That's where email comes into picture. Now, if you look at your smartphones, I can tell you there is 9 apps that you use. 9. You do not use a 10th app. There is only 9 apps that you use frequently. Are there only 9 businesses in the world? No. There are millions of businesses in the world. There are only few businesses that have successful apps. Rest of the other businesses resort to traditional mass channels like emails. Increase attendance. Did you get Pritpal's email for this session? Did you get Pritpal's email or somebody from Digital Vidya? Did they write you an email? How many times? So does that explain this slide? How emails are useful? In a way, that is also email marketing. Nurture existing cold warm leads. Nurture existing cold warm leads. Do you know what is lead nurturing? Inbound guys? Inbound guys. Do you guys know what is nurturing? That's what we are talking about here. Finally, the most obvious channel is email marketing for nurturing leads. A salesperson, a typical sales and a BD person, they might have 100 people to call in a week. If you resorted to only phone calls for sales and business development, you might have to call at least 100 people in a week multiple times. What is cold warm leads? Lead is a prospect. Lead is a potential customer. A person who's not yet your customer but will become a customer. Most probably. You have his or her information. That's a lead. Nand Kishore. A cold lead is customer who's less interested. A person who's less interested. A warm lead is a person who's more interested. Okay. Yeah, warm is high chances of conversion. So nurturing them, bringing them from a dead stage to cold stage to warm stage to hot stage, and then finally converting them can be done easily through email marketing. Doing 100 phone calls, doing phone calls to 100 leads 3 times in a week. So instead of doing 300 phone calls, it's better that you write 300 emails, because you don't have to write 300 emails. You can write email once and send it out to 100 people. You can write email the second time, send it out to 100 people again, depending on which stage of the marketing funnel are they in. What is their coldness or warmness? Will the effect is same as calling? You can create even more impact. Why not? Human touch. Guys, let's take a break. It's 11:31. Let's get back in 30 minutes. Drink some tea, take some nap, set an alarm, come back. Okay. I'm actually pleasantly surprised you heard that. The checklist goes something like this. From email ID. Do you guys know what is from email ID? Do you guys know what is from email ID? The sender's email ID. To email ID. What is to email ID? The list of all the receivers. The list of all the receivers. Email content. What is email content? Body part. Subject line. Email content is words, links, images, and the HTML script. Words, links, images, and the script. That is email content. Email template design is the HTML design, the HTML and the CSS. Authentication. Do you guys understand what is authentication? Or can you guess what is authentication? What could be authentication? Anything? What does authentication sound like? Valid sender. Very good, Tabish. Yes. Valid sender. Validity or verification. So if you drive on the road, what is your validity? What is your verification? Good. Moving on. Reputation. Reputation. What is reputation? Okay, if you're driving on the road, if two people are driving on the road and both are validated people, but one of them happens to be Mukesh Ambani, the other one happens to be Osama bin Laden. Even if they are validated, even if they are authenticated, there is yet another issue, which is their reputation. Correct? Yeah, criminal record is one of the reasons. Is one of the reasons of reputation. Reputation can be affected by various reasons. Okay. And the last one, corporate firewall. Corporate firewall. What's corporate firewall? Corporate firewall is kind of a group antivirus security which nobody can penetrate. Even if you are a good email marketer with good from email ID, good to email IDs, good email content, good template design, good authentication, good reputation, everything is good. Even then the corporate firewall can decide not to let you in. And you can do nothing about it. And your email will directly go to the trash folder. Do you understand? So these are different reasons. This is the checklist which you guys also have to adhere to. You guys have to follow this checklist and work your way around email marketing. Let's understand each one of this. So let's say this is your email journey. Okay, can you visualize this? On the left hand side it is the sender. Now let's talk a little bit about the sender. Who is this sender? The sender is somebody like you or me with our email addresses or the domain, the emailing domain. For example, flipkart.com is the sender. Now let's assume a business. Let's say we guys start a business of selling dates. Do you guys understand what's dates? From Dubai to New York, from Dubai to US. We are in the dates business. Okay. Now, when we are shipping these dates, what is the most important thing that we need in our business? How do we ship it from point A to point B? How do we ship it from Dubai to US? What do we need? Logistics. Very good. Transport or logistics, which is usually provided by a logistics company or a transport company. Correct? This logistics company or the transport company, where do they operate from? What is the place where they ship your containers from? What is that place called? UAE. Very good. Dock or warehouse? Warehouse. Simple. Are warehouse, yaar. They ship it from the warehouse. Every logistics company has a warehouse as a starting point. And what is the identification of a particular warehouse? How do you identify a particular warehouse? location, address. Is that correct? Address? Yes, no, maybe. Every warehouse can be identified with its address, as simple as that. You know the address of the warehouse, you know what is the warehouse, which warehouse is that. Similarly, in email marketing, let's say if you are the sender, your logistics company or the transport company is ESP. What is an ESP? Email service provider. Email service provider like MailChimp, Aweber, MadMimi, and all these other tools. You guys can go and search for ESP on the internet, email service provider. Do not confuse ESP with Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. These are inboxes, or you can call them email clients. They are not ESPs. Clear? Is it clear? That is email clients, Gmail, Yahoo. ESP is the tool from which you send out bulk emails. You do the shipping of emails. Every ESP has warehouses. And what are the warehouses of an ESP called? This black box. What is this black box? The warehouse or the dock. Server is the server. It's the server. Every warehouse has an identification. Every warehouse has an identification, which is their address. What is the address of this server? The IP address. It's called the IP address. Can we also send without ESP for few emails? Of course. Do you not send it already? Gmail? Is it clear, guys? The analogies? Do you understand what is server, what is IP address, what is ESP, and who is the sender? Crystal clear to everybody? Now, in the warehouse or the server, or let's say your ESP, you upload the two emails, upload the HTML template, activate the campaign, and you hit the send button. This is like this van. Upload everything in the van, start the van and push the accelerator. The van starts moving, moving, moving and hits a check post where this cop shows up. Do you remember this cop? EBI? Email Bureau of Investigation. This guy, this cop, he has a checklist and you have to cross two checkposts. The first checkpost is authentication and the second checkpost is reputation. Do you follow? Number one, cross the authentication. Number two, cross reputation. And then finally, you go ahead, hit the corporate firewall or the receiver's firewall, and then firewall lets you in, and then you reach the inbox. Understood? Activate campaigns means activate campaign. I mean, what is the specific doubt? You first activate the campaign, you put all the things in place, structure it, and then finally you hit the send button. Now, everything in minute detail, let's look at it step by step. What could be a problem with from email ID? Can somebody guess what could be a problem with from email ID? Let's say we look at 126.com. This 126.com, I look for blacklist. I look for blacklists. Anybody ever heard of blacklists? Blacklist, you can assume that these are your EBIs. These are certain lists. These are some of the lists. Okay? These are like your crime bureau, crime records. For example, this one can be Nehru Place police station. This can be Kalkaji police station. This one can be Malviya Nagar police station. This one can be Hauskhas police station. This one is Rajiv Chowk police station. Do you understand? EBI. Assume that these are your EBI. Blacklist companies are the watchdogs of email marketing. They keep watching every IP address, every email address, every sending domain that is sending the emails through the internet. And how are those emails? Are those emails spammy? Do they have a lot of bounce addresses? Are a lot of people reporting spam against those senders? This is what these companies observe very carefully. Now, if you are found doing any kind of crime or criminal activity, you get blacklisted here. For example, 126.com is listed in two of the blacklists, as you can see, Rats Dyna and UCE Protect L2. MX Toolbox is not a blacklist company. MX Toolbox is just a aggregator. It takes the information from all the blacklists and tells you whether you are in any of the blacklists or not. Okay? Now, if 126.com is blacklisted, then if you send an email from 126.com, for example, tabish@126.com, you would get spammed. Do you follow? And that is one of the big problems with your from email ID. Do you guys follow in theory? We'll cover blacklist in detail in week 2, where I would also tell you how one company can get removed from the list. Not so complicated, very simple topic. You can go and check yourself as well, but I will cover it in week 2. Then two email IDs. Did I tell you what is the problem with two email IDs? Oh yes, I've already told you. The database. If your database has a lot of wrong emails, I have told you, that's called a bounce. If your database has a lot of bounces, it's a big problem. After a certain 3 to 4% limit, you can get blacklisted because of bounces also. Okay? Another problem with your database, that your database is not interested in what you want to sell. Your database is not interested in what you want to sell. So they start deleting your emails, they start ignoring your emails, your engagement goes low, and that's the problem with your database. The third one is email content. Email content. Can you tell me what are some of the problems with email content? Fake database is a big blunder, Anuruddh. Is your name Anuruddh or Anirudh? Just curious, so that I don't confuse it. Okay, understood. So, email content. Can you guys tell me what is the issue with email content? Go on. What else? Email content is, I'm talking about spam words. 100% free, 100% off, free, discount, offer, credit card approved. These are all spam words. We will read about this in our second module. Email template design. Third module, authentication. We will cover right now. Reputation, we will cover in second module. And corporate firewall, we will not cover because this is something that we cannot control. This is beyond us. Corporate firewall is a receiver's choice. It's not the sender's choice. And we cannot ever control anybody else's corporate firewall. If they want to put all the incoming emails to trash, they can very well do that. Okay? So, today's focus will be on authentication, which we will start right away. Let's check this diagram again. This is the check post. Guys, remember this diagram? The email moves, hits a check post, has to go through authentication and reputation. So we are going to cover this topic today. The first check post, authentication SPF compliance. All right. Let's see what it is. Can you explain what exactly bounce means? Oh, I took about 10 minutes to explain the bounce, Nand Kishore, in your first half. Did I? Did I not? Guys, do you remember what is bounce? Nand Kishore, would you take some time after the class to check the video? No, bounce is when the email fails. When you send an email to a wrong email ID, that's bounce. That's the hard bounce. But Amazon does send emails with such 50% off and such offers and still lands in promotion. Very good question. What is your name? Sorry, I cannot see your name. Pinal. I'll talk more about this in next module. Okay? I'll try to put forward my arguments as to why Amazon still lands up. And Prashant seems to have done a lot of SEO, right? Using keywords like domain authority. It's very good. I'm not sure if we have anything called domain authority in email marketing. But yes, your analogy is correct, Prashant. We call it reputation. Reputation is the key why some emails land in the spam and some go to inbox. But before that, let's cover authentication. Very important topic to set up your account. Now, what does authentication mean? You guys already told me. Can you repeat it? What is authentication? Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? Valid sender email. That's correct. That is correct. Valid trustable profile. Okay. Trustworthy. Authentication SPF compliance. Okay. Let's move and check. What is this? SPF means Sender Policy Framework. Sender Policy Framework. Now, when we drive on the road, you guys told me we need two documents. Correct? We need a license, driver's license, and we need a registration certificate, RC. Now, what is the use of driver's license? Driver's license primary use is to authenticate the driver. Okay, validate the driver. This guy who's driving the vehicle, is he Ajay Mehra or not? Is he Anirudh Kumar or not? Is he Nanda Kishore or not? Do you agree? And the other thing which of course the license sees is whether you are allowed to drive a vehicle or not. Basically, it is the authentication of the user. The second one is RC, which is registration certificate. RC usually links the user with the vehicle. Do I need to explain it? Registration certificate links, connects the user with the vehicle. Similarly, let's come to email marketing. The best analogy that I can give you to explain you SPF is like your registration certificate. It connects the user to the vehicle. Who's the user? You are the user. Who's the vehicle? ESP is the vehicle. Do you understand what is ESP? Email service provider. Mailchimp.com. Mailchimp is ESP. Exact target is ESP. Aweber is ESP. Are you guys following me? Looking at your responsiveness, I think you guys are lost. Sender policy framework. It's like the registration certificate. There is yet another thing apart from SPF, which is called DKIM. Domain Key Identified Mailing. DKIM. That is like your driver's license. If you were to ask me what is the exact difference between SPF and DKIM, I would not be able to tell you. That is the best analogy I can give you. SPF, treat it like your registration certificate. DKIM, treat it like your driver's license. But both of them serve one single purpose, which is called authentication. Do you follow? For example, if you start a business, what all certificates, what all documents do you need? You need, I don't know, GST certificate. You need import certificate. Some shop and establishment license. Yes. Very painful procedures. Yeah. All those things are all those things are called authentication. Now, going back to the history of authentication. Why do we need authentication? Any people who have been using email marketing for more than 10 years? Anyone here? Oh, sorry, not email marketing, but emails. Anyone who has been using inbox for more than 10 years? Okay. At any point of time, did you guys observe back in the day, you received emails from no email address? Basically, the from email address did not exist. Blank. Anyone ever observed that in the past? Some of you did. Chavi, Ajay. Technically, emails can be shot from a server. And that server can choose to give you a from name or from email or choose not to do it. But this process started leading to a lot of spam. If I can send an email without a name, without an email address, I can also send an email impersonating somebody. In the from name, I can write prashant@amazon.com and send the email. Who is there to verify? Who is there to verify? Do you understand or do you not understand? If it is going above you, let me explain you. I'm not talking about sending emails from Gmail. If you send emails from a bulk server, if you send email from a bulk server, a server that can shoot out bulk emails, you can choose to give a from name, from email, or you can choose to not give it, or you can choose to give any from name or any from email. Do you see a problem with that? Do you see we as a society started facing a problem, that is spam? And one fine day, we all decided that, boss, we need some kind of verification. And that was the birth of SPF, Sender Policy Framework. You cannot just send emails from any email address, from any from name. You have to verify that it is you. You actually own that domain. Are you following the theory till this point? If yes, I will show you the practical. SPF is different for every ESP. Tabish. Otherwise, how will I know which ESP you are talking about or which ESP are you connected with? Okay. So let's go check an ESP. Mailchimp.com. Mailchimp.com is a tool which has a lot of servers, and these servers can help me send emails. Let's check Mailchimp. Come on. You have to authenticate. Let me cover this topic, then you have more clarity, and then you can ask very sharp questions. Okay? Wait. Now, this is MailChimp.com. Okay? In the MailChimp.com, I go to account, and I go to settings. Do you see this verified domains? Now read this part, authentication. Okay? Before that, before you read this, let me also take you to the place where my domain is kept. Have you guys heard of GoDaddy.com? So I'm signing into GoDaddy. GoDaddy is a place where we can buy the domains from, the TLDs. Okay? Every domain has a place which is called DNS, or domain name server. DNS. Have you guys ever heard of it? DNS? DNS is a place which holds a lot of records. DNS, domain name server, is a place which holds a lot of records. Wait for it. Yeah. So now let's say we go to the DNS. Do you see this? Have you ever seen these records in the DNS of a domain? Let me delete this. Hold on, let me delete what is not used. Yeah. So these are the records that you will find in a domain, in the DNS of a domain name server. Some of these records, okay? Now let's go to MailChimp. Read this carefully. What does it say? Customize your account so that campaigns appear. Please pay attention to this word, appear. Customize your account so that the campaigns appear to come from Bishop. Let's view the setup instructions. Authenticate Bishop with MailChimp by modifying your domain's DNS records. Now guys, let me tell you something about DNS records. These DNS records. These DNS records are available for everybody to see. For example, Gmail can go and check the DNS records of my domain. Yahoo can go and check the DNS record of my domain. Clear? These changes allow your campaigns to appear to come from Bishop instead of from our servers. Whose servers? Whose servers are we sending the emails from? MailChimp. ESPs. Yeah. We are sending the emails from ESP's server. How would Google or Yahoo come to know that it is Bishop who is actually triggering these emails? How would they know? Because we will authenticate. Okay. After you have made the changes in DNS, please wait for 24 to 48 hours for the changes to propagate. Okay. Yes, very good. Somebody asked me what is MCSV. Anshuman, is MCSV server? I believe MCSV should be MailChimp server, and this one should also be the same. Do you follow? Let's create a DKIM record. Let's just read the instructions and not worry about it. Arey yaar, Nand Kishore, let me finish this topic and then you ask as many questions as you want. Otherwise you'll miss the topic. Otherwise you'll ask me what is a bounce. Okay? Let us finish this and then you can understand. You can ask me as many questions as you want. It says create a CNAME record for K1 whatever blah 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 with this value. Okay, I add it, I create it here. Do we see anything which is useful to us in this list? Very good. CNAME. Now I go here. I just start copying whatever they say. Copy this. Paste it. Copy this. Paste it. Now you will ask me what is TTL. I'm sure there are 1,000. All the 15 of you are really curious to know what is TTL. TTL is time to live. In how much time will this go live? It's live, I think. Tabish. It's like publishing of a record. So you publish and you give a time to go live. That's it. That's it. Topic khatam. DKIM is set. Authentication done. Clear? Similarly, you can create SPF record also. Yeah, which is visible after 24 hours. This one says 1 hour, but yeah, assume 24 hours. Now, what did we essentially do? What did we essentially do? We copied this from MailChimp, pasted this in our domain's DNS record. Now, whenever we will send emails from MailChimp, for example, we are sending emails like Neelesh@vishup.in, and as soon as Google receives the email, Google will go and check vishup.in or wishbot.in, whatever it is. It will go and check the DNS record, whether really this domain has given permission to MailChimp to send the email. And that is what it says here. These changes allow your campaigns to appear to come from Vishup instead of from our servers. Do you understand the use case of SPF and DKIM, all of you? Why do we need it? Why does it need to be set up? In today's time, if you don't have an SPF and DKIM, you are most likely to hit the spam folder and not the inbox. To validate, to authenticate, to drive on the road with license, with registration certificate. Because if you don't, then the guy in the white uniform will catch you. And if he catches you, you will have to pay a fine. Bribe is also kind of a penalty. Now, questions. What is the question, Nandkishore? Tell me. How many domains? As many as you want. They are the same thing. SPF, DKIM is the same thing. They do the same purpose. Is it required for personal emails? No, it is not required for personal emails. If you are setting up your personal emails on a different domain, on your different domain, like a domain that you own, you have to set up MX records, mail exchange records. Your techies will know that. In Gmail, you don't need to set anything. When I'm sending mail using my domain, a question sign appears on the icon of mail. Is it related to this? I'm not sure, Prashant. You should check. Next time you go and set up these records and then see if that disappears. We need to do this only for bulk emails. SPF and DKIM is only for bulk emails. Clear? Bulk emails, anything bulk, anything more than 100, anything more than 500 is bulk. Move on to next topic. Good. Now, before actually moving on, let us see whether people are. Do you guys see this? Signed by. That means the DKIM is in place. DKIM is set for cleartrip.com. Let me find an email that has everything in place. Let me see this. Signed by. Yes. Do you see this? It has both the things, mailed by and signed by. Mailed by means SPF is set. Signed by means DKIM is set. Clear? Do you follow? What I'm trying to show you here is you can go and check in the header whether somebody has set their SPF records or whether they have set their DKIM records or not. So that means DV has SPF set, Tabish. Yeah, so DV does not have a DKIM. So as soon as an email hits Gmail servers from Grammarly.com, Gmail goes and checks the DNS of Grammarly.com, and whatever it finds as records, it publishes here, SPF and DKIM. Is the topic complete now? The whole circle? In some cases, both varies. What do you mean varies? Yeah, it will be different. It's a different format, different script. It will be different though. These are also different, if I'm not wrong. They're different, right? They're not the same. Don't worry about this part. Just see whether they are there or not. If mailed by and signed by is present or not. Their absence is a problem. Oh, you are talk. Don't worry about this bit. Trust me. You only have to focus on this, whether they are present or not. That is the question. In many cases, if I set SPF, then MailChimp temporarily gives me a dummy DKIM or dummy SPF. So those are different things. But the presence matters a lot. The value does not matter. This is ideally saying that you really exist. If you really exist, then okay, you are catchable. We can finally catch you someday if you do a crime. But if you do not exist, if you are a robot, we cannot catch you. SPF and DKIM confirm the humanity in a way. Yeah, it's kind of a birth certificate, you can, if you want to put. I mean, you can give it as many analogies as you want, but SPF and DKIM, they can only be analogies. Now, compliance. What does compliance mean? What does compliance mean? To follow the rules. Compliance means to follow the rules. Whose rules? Who sets these rules and regulations? Is it the EBI? Somebody bigger than EBI? Government regulatory body. Yes, that is correct. Cyber laws, correct. Let's look at some of the laws. Email spam legislation by country. Correct. Email spam legislation by country. Let's look at the Wikipedia article. So it gives us all the countries, their different legislations. Argentina's, Australia's, Brazil's, Canada's castle, Japan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, India also, Germany, UK, US. Let's see US. The US legislation regarding email marketing is called CAN-SPAM Act of 2003, Controlling the Assault of Non-Solicited Pornography and Marketing Act of 2003. Indian is loose, very loose. Information Technology Act does not cover emails. When I try to see this CAN-SPAM Act of 2003, I read about this. The CAN-SPAM Act of 2003, signed into law by President Bush on December 16, 2003, establishes US first standards for sending commercial email and requires FTC to enforce its provisions. FTC, Federal Trade Commission. Let's look for what FTC has to say. FTC plus CAN spam rules. Do you guys want links to these things? Do you guys want these links? Or can you search it on their own, on your own? CAN Spam Act, a law that sets rules for commercial emails. Let's read it, yeah? This is ftc.gov. So do you see this is Federal Trade Commission website? The one which has to enforce the Can-Spam Act. It says, do you use email in your business? The Can-Spam Act, a law that sets rules for commercial email, establishes requirements for commercial messages, give recipients the right to have you stop emailing them, and spells out tough penalties for violations. Despite its name, the Can-Spam Act doesn't just apply to bulk email, it covers all commercial messages, which the law defines as any electronic mail message the primary purpose of which is commercial advertisement or promotion of a commercial product or service, including the email that promotes content on commercial websites. The law makes no exception for business to business email. Did I tell you that before in the beginning of the class? What is email marketing? That means all email, for example, a message to former customers announcing a new product line, must comply with the law. Each separate email in violation of the Can-Spam Act is subject to penalties up to $41,500. So non-compliance can be costly, but following the law isn't complicated. Here's the rundown of Can-Spam's main requirements. Number 1. Don't use false or misleading header information. Your from, to, reply to, and routing information, including the originating domain name and email address, must be accurate and identify the person or business who initiated the message. Does it sound familiar? Does the first point sound familiar to you guys? What is it talking about? We just covered that topic. Authentication. SPF and DKIM. Yes, no. Don't use deceptive subject lines. The subject line must accurately reflect the content of the message. It should not say 100% off, free, you are the lucky winner, and all that. Identify the message as an ad. The law gives you a lot of leeway in how to do this, but you must disclose clearly that your message is an advertisement. Now, this one is a little bit complicated, but most of the ventures, what they do is they call their email marketing as newsletters. Or instead of a person's name, they write company's name in the from, in the sender name. For example, I showed you Skyscanner. Now, when Skyscanner appears on my email, I automatically know that this is a promotional email. Most likely, it is a promotional email. Or if an email reads newsletter at the rate skyscanner.com, it's a promotional email. It's an advertisement. Is it clear? 4. Tell recipients where you are located. So you have to include your physical address in the email. It can be in the footer or it can be anywhere else. But the address has to exist. The address has to be present in the email, the physical one. Are these 4 points clear? Don't use false and misleading header information. Don't use deceptive subject lines. Identify the message as an ad. Tell recipients where you are located. The 5th one, very important. Tell recipients how to opt out of receiving future email from you. What does this mean and what is this talking about? Tell recipients how to opt out of receiving future emails from you. Your message must include a clear explanation of how the recipient can opt out of getting email from you in the future. Craft the notice in a way that's easy for an ordinary person to recognize, read, and understand. Creative use of type size, color, and location can improve clarity. Give a return email address or another internet based way to allow people to communicate their choice to you. You may create a menu to allow the recipient to opt out of certain types of messages, but you must include the option to stop all commercial messages from you. Make sure your spam filter doesn't block these opt out requests. Is this one clear? Opt out, unsubscribe. You have to give a clear and conspicuous way or explanation of how recipient can stop receiving emails from you. You have to craft a notice. You have to write it in such a way that it is easily observable in your email. You don't have to hide it. Creative use of type size, color, font, location can improve clarity. Okay? The sixth one, honor the opt out requests promptly. Any opt out mechanism you offer must be able to process opt out requests for at least 30 days after you send your message. You must honor a recipient's opt out request within 10 business days. You cannot charge a fee, require the recipient to give you any personally identifying information beyond an email address, or make the recipient take any step other than sending a reply email or visiting a single page on an internet based website as a condition for honoring opt out request. Basically, don't be like our government. Don't ask them Aadhaar card. Boss, give me your Aadhaar card, otherwise I am not going to unsubscribe you. Okay? Once people have told you they don't want to receive more messages from you, you cannot sell or transfer their email addresses even in form of a mailing list. The only exception is that you may transfer the addresses to a company you have hired to help you comply with CAN-SPAM Act. These two are the most loudest, they are the loudest points of CAN-SPAM Act. Is it clear to you guys? And the last one is the scariest. Monitor what others are doing on your behalf. The law makes clear that even if you hire another company to handle your email marketing, you cannot contract away the legal responsibilities to comply with the law. Both the company whose product is promoted in the message and the company that actually sends the message may be held legally responsible. Is CAN-SPAM Act sufficiently clear to you guys, the 7 points? If a customer unsubscribes, she can never send out any email. No, she can never receive any email. Harleen. he can never receive any email from you if he unsubscribes, if he or she unsubscribes from your list. You cannot send them email. There is one very important point which is not covered in Can Spam Act. Can somebody point it out? Can somebody point it out? Something that it does not mention. If a customer wants to subscribe in future, they can do the same and will be part of the mailing list. Yes. These 7 points do not talk about subscribing. They only talk about unsubscribing. They don't talk about subscribing. Do you observe anything related to opting in, opt-in, or subscription? As in, it does not say that you cannot send emails to people who have not subscribed. It does not say that unless someone subscribes to you, you cannot send them email. Does it say that? If you guys want, you can actually go and read this, because I think there is a conflict with Digital Vidya blog. One of the blogs says something else, but you can read this document for yourself. In fact, you should read other documents also. You should read the European law, you should read Southeast Asian law. Is everything clear to you guys? So that's authentication for you. We did the compliance. This is the Can Spam Act. Don't use false or misleading header information. Don't use deceptive subject lines. Identify the message as an ad. Tell recipients where you're located. Tell recipients how to opt out of receiving future emails from you. Honor opt-out requests promptly. Monitor what others are doing on your behalf. Next module, reputation, we will talk about next week. We will cover the subtopics of content, volumes, spam complaints, blacklisted history, and engagement. We will also address some of your questions related to blacklisting, some of your questions related to why Amazon gets away with spammy keywords and all those things. And finally, this is your feedback form. Did you guys learn something new today? Anything? For those who already knew email marketing, Chavi. Who else? Anshuman, Chavi. Do you guys pick up something useful that you can use very soon? Any doubts? Do you understand how to set up SPF and DKIM? SPF, DKIM, how to go to DNS records, how to create a record. where to copy SPF from, where to copy DKIM from. All is clear. Yes. Please fill your feedback forms before leaving. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. Let's catch up next week. There won't be any post credits. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Calling it a day. Logging out. Bye bye.